aggressive mindset, and it's great to see him get going early like that, because you know that when he sees the ball going in, 12 of 18 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3, on top of 6 assists and 4 rebounds, he's going to have a great night for us, and he did. I was really proud of our group because all day long we talked about being mature with the approach, and it's not about who we're playing, it's about us. And I felt that guys went out there and worried about Denver Nugget basketball tonight for the most part. And a lot of guys contributed. Nikola Jokic, one of 6 players in NBA history to have 100 triple-doubles, 24 this season, and we haven't lost a game in those triple-doubles. Speaks to his greatness. I thought Bruce Brown off the bench was really good. And I really, for the first game in a Denver Nugget uniform, I felt Reggie Jackson kind of just took a deep breath and played his game. Looked really comfortable, really confident, decisive. Thomas Bryant, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks in 20 minutes. And we took care of business. We did what we were supposed to do.
How did you like staggering Murray with the second team? Sometimes you do Caldwell Pope, sometimes other guys, but how did you think that worked for you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, so the way I look at it is, in the first quarter, Jamal had it going, so I'm not going to do Stephen Silas a favor and take him out. I'm going to ride him. And so we get Pope out in that situation, bring him back. Second half, I got Jamal out, and you think about it, when you have Jamal Murray, Reggie Jackson, and Bruce Brown on the court at the same time, you have 3 guys that can create for themselves, for their teammates, get downhill. I think we had a really good driving kick from either Reggie to Jamal or Jamal to Reggie, and that chemistry is only going to get better these now final 19 games. But I love having Jamal out there with that second unit. Whether it was Monte Morris in the past or now Reggie Jackson, Jamal can play a lot of different ways, with the ball, off the ball, and that's what you love about him.
Stephen Silas pregame was discussing Alperen Şengün's defense, and he mentioned Nikola as a potential, kind of benchmark for his progression on that end. How have you seen Nikola improve defensively in the years you've been with him? Well,
I think, to be a really good defender, especially as a big man, you got to talk. It starts with the ability to communicate and be a traffic cop on the floor. And I feel that that's one thing that Nicola's really developed and grown and matured, is getting more comfortable with his voice and being the anchor of our defense. We switch our levels up with Nikola. Sometimes he's up the floor in pick and roll. Sometimes he's down the floor. High IQ player. He has tremendous anticipation and just outstanding hand-eye coordination. So people think if you're not a great athlete, you can't be a good defender, and I think that's malarkey. I think Nikola is a living example of a guy that can be an effective defender and not necessarily being an elite athlete. And as long as you care on that end of the floor and you give forth the proper effort, good things are usually going to happen.
Coach, moments before the game, Nikola didn't like something that was happening in the layup line, and he assembled all the guys together by himself and gave him a little pep talk, it seems. Is that the sign of maturity that you talk about, just in him and what he brings to the team?
Yeah, I mean, it's leadership. I mean, like, for Nikola, we all know that he's a 2-time MVP, about to be a 3-time MVP, and you talk about the skill level and the IQ and the rebounding, playmaking, scoring, all that. But the intangibles, I think those are the areas that Nikola has grown the most. Early in his career, learning how to deal with adversity and referees and controlling your emotions, being mentally tough, and then also just getting more and more comfortable stepping up and putting yourself out there in a leadership position. And when you have examples like Nikola doing that, because, hey, this is my team, I don't like what I'm seeing right now, I'm going to address it. That has a tremendous impact on the rest of our group. So I love when he does that, whether it's a situation like that, Vic, or in a huddle, he'll take the board and he'll talk about something he sees, and it just has a tremendous impact on our group when they hear him kind of taking charge.
You touched on this a little bit earlier, but like with Nikola, to him to be one of 6 people in NBA history to have 100 triple-doubles, just how special is that? I mean, I know y'all see him do it night in, night out, but just kind of the body of work there.
Well, it's funny. I think all of us in Denver, and I challenge myself to do this, to never take him for granted, to never take his greatness for, like, because I grew up in this business, in this league, in this game, and, things can change quickly. So I make sure I appreciate everything he does. And for him to be mentioned with all these historical accomplishments just reminds you that we are so blessed to have a guy like Nikola, who is as talented as he is, who accomplishes all these things on the court, But the most important and impressive thing about Nikola is with that, so humble. I mean, it's never about, like, I just gave him the ball, and I think he's embarrassed by that. He doesn't want it to be about him. And that's what makes him a special person, a special son, a special brother, a special father, and a special husband, because he is a unique person who doesn't want any of the attention or credit. He just wants to go about his business and help this team win its first championship.
Coach, I've got one more. You were a little concerned how your team might come out against Houston because they had the worst record. But Friday, you've got Memphis coming to Ball Arena. They hammered you last time. How do you figure that game to be different this time?
No, I don't expect it to be us to get hammered. And we'll worry about the next couple of days. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, Coach.